Brennan, hi, good to speak to you. It's Adam from Malaysia, a long way from where you are right now. I need to know, have you sufficiently gotten over what was a stunning game of football on the weekend?
Yeah, I think just about. I don't think my body's fully recovered yet, but yeah, in terms of how crazy the game was, it was an unbelievable game. There was so much happening, and we're happy to have got the point at the end, and we feel like we really deserved it, especially with the second half performance.
What about your own performance? I saw Son Heung-min speaking highly of you. To get the words from the skipper, the captain out there publicly must be a great feeling.
Yeah, coming from him, it means a lot. I think I've always watched him for Tottenham growing up, and now playing with him and him being my captain and him leading by example, especially with the goal and the assist. And yeah, for him to speak highly of me is something that I'm really proud about. But I think, yeah, as a team performance, I feel like in the second half we really kicked on and he led by example, and all the lads did well.
It seemed to sum up this never say die spirit, never give up. But can you describe what it was like to be involved in that goal at the end? I don't think it's possible, is it?
Yeah, it's hard to put it into words. I think it all happened so quick because when you're losing 3-2 in the 95th minute, you don't have time to think about what you're doing. You just want to kind of get to the goal as soon as you can. So as soon as I took it down the line and crossed it, I remember losing my balance and falling over. And as I looked up, I just saw the ball looping into the goal. I didn't really know who'd had it, but yeah, it was a crazy feeling, especially to share it with the fans being on that side of the pitch and all the players. Yeah, it's a really special moment.
People always remember the goal scorer. They rarely remember the person providing the assist. I hope Dejan Kulusevski came over to thank you personally after that.
Yeah, he did. He did because he knows he gets a lot of assists as well. So I feel like he knows what it feels like when someone comes up to you after getting the assist. So yeah, he did come over to me, but I wanted him to have his moment.
There's a special bond between those who are brilliant at giving assists. Can I ask, as a footballer yourself personally, not everybody can relate to this, but is there pressure on you becoming professional, being a professional, given your dad was a professional footballer?
I think without knowing, there probably is pressure if you're a son of a professional footballer, but just the way my family were and my friends were, and also my teams that I played for growing up, I never had any pressure put on me or felt any pressure. So I feel like that was a massive advantage, and I'm really thankful for everyone because they never made it out or never spoke about my dad playing. So I feel like I need to play or being like him. They always spoke to me because they wanted me to be a professional footballer or helping me get there. So I feel like I didn't have that pressure that I felt myself. Maybe other people maybe see it as pressure, but yeah, growing up, I never really had the pressure on me to become a professional footballer.
I guess because you're in your early 20s, growing up as 12, 13 years old, you didn't have this explosion of social media. I literally just saw clips of Zlatan's son playing, uh, Lionel Messi's son playing. You missed out on that, thankfully. I guess that helps.
Yeah, I think they're probably a bit bigger names as well, so I feel like there's probably more pressure on Messi and Zlatan's son. But yeah, I think probably growing up without as much social media is probably a good thing because it can maybe be too much at a young age. But I think me growing up, I had the perfect upbringing and really enjoyed playing my football and being with my friends, and that was the most important thing.
Certainly showing on the pitch, enjoying football. How did the move to Spurs come about out of interest?
Um, Yeah, I'm sure that there was just interest there. I didn't know exactly when it first started because I was still a Nottingham Forest player, so I had to focus on that. But it kind of went down to the last day. Then I just got told to come down for my medical, and obviously that means that things were going to get sorted. So yeah, I came down and did my medical, and then signed everything, and it was all done really well. And as it might have seemed, it might have been a bit last minute, but it wasn't really. I kind of all got it done well before time and could kind of relax.
What about your first meeting with the manager, Ange Postecoglou? Because I gather he's not that well known in the UK, but because I'm from Malaysia, there's a lot of Australians that have played here or are playing here. They're really knowledgeable about him. They all spoke so highly. What about your knowledge?
Yeah, when I signed, the first conversation we had was just kind of him showing me little bits of where he thinks I'm going to fit into the team and the style of play. Of course, I'd watched it. I've watched games before I came here and was really impressed. But yeah, he kind of showed me where I feel like I'm going to fit in for the team and about the way he manages and the style of play and the players that we have here. And it was just a really nice conversation just to kind of let me know in terms of how he thinks I'm going to fit in. And yeah, it was a really good conversation and made me want to kick on.
What about just playing under him generally? We're a good few months into the season now. You've had lots of time with the manager, because we from the outside love his press conferences. We love his honesty and his relatability more than anything else, I think.
Yeah, as you said, he's a really honest guy. I think playing under him is really good for me personally. I feel like I've developed a lot in the small space I've been here. So yeah, he's a really good manager, a really good guy. He's very good with the way he wants to play. He has his own style of football that I'm sure everyone knows about, and he can also let us know if we're not doing it right, which is really important as well, because it kind of keeps all the lads honest, and everyone has such great respect for him. And I feel like he's the type of manager, like when he speaks, everyone listens, and he has that real authority in the changing room, which is important.
What about your previous manager, Steve Cooper? Highly regarded in the game. He was involved in the new setup. He's the man that took Forest to the promised land, of course, the Premier League. Did you enjoy your time under him? How did he develop your game?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed my time there as well. I think, especially playing under Steve Cooper when he came to Forest, it was a tough time. We were doing really bad in the Championship, and I think it's a different style of managing, but he definitely kind of stripped back all the pressure on you. He took all the pressure off me. He made me feel like I could just go out there and perform and focus on what I needed to do. And yeah, he was a really good manager for me and the team, and he obviously got us promoted, and we stayed up last season. And yeah, I have really good memories with him.
What is your best memory then in football for now? I know you're very young. You're still starting out in your career, but at this point in time.
Oh, that's a tough one. I think I've had some good memories. I think obviously making debuts for Tottenham, Forest, Wales, they're all good memories. But I think in terms of games that I've played, and I think my debut here when we beat Sheffield United in the last minute, I feel like a debut doesn't get much better than that. I think getting promoted with Forest is obviously an amazing achievement, doing it with that club, but then qualifying for the World Cup with Wales, I'd say them three are my best memories, especially on a pitch.
Brilliant experiences and plenty more to come, fingers crossed. Yeah. One thing about footballers now is versatility, being able to play in different positions. What is your favourite position to play in?
Well, that's a tough question. I think if you'd asked a few months ago, it probably would have been on the right. I think now in this system with Tottenham, I feel like on the left I feel very comfortable as well. So I think at the minute I've been playing both, but I think on the left I've been enjoying it a lot, and especially in this system with the players around me and the way that we move the ball up the pitch, I feel like on the left I feel a lot comfortable, and yeah, so I'd say either on the left or right, but at the minute I'd say on the left.
Definitely making an impact from that position. Can you tell me one thing that people don't know about Brennan Johnson? Favorite movie? Favorite thing to do in your free time?
Okay, favorite movie, I'd say Law Abiding Citizen.
That's with Gerard Butler, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Good shout. I wonder who he supports, if he's a Tottenham supporter, because if he was, a Scotsman supporting Tottenham, that'd be brilliant. Final thing, I mentioned earlier on, I'm from Malaysia. There's a really devoted fan base here in my country for Spurs, for Tottenham, for the Premier League in general. Do you have a message for the fans 10,000 kilometers away from where you are right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think all the players are aware of the massive support in Malaysia, and everyone's so thankful to have such great fans all around the world, and especially when you're playing for a club like this that's so big, and how the fans in Malaysia are so involved and they support from any time of the day. It's really important to us, and it makes us want to play harder, I think, knowing that we've got such good fans all around the world. So yeah, just a massive thank you for them, and hopefully they can keep supporting us.